What is going on, beautiful people? I am your host with the most, Chloe Hotline, and this is the 27 Yards Podcast. What is this podcast about? It's about my love, my affinity for the game of indoor and arena football. I'm kind of a casual. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of a casual at this point, still learning more about the game day in and day out, but it's something that I definitely love and something that I picked up kind of honestly towards the end of last year. I don't know what it was. I just got the itch for indoor and arena football. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to dive into it, learn about it more. The video game on PS2, one of my favorite games to actually, play. Salute to the Discord community that is centered around that. There is a Discord community centered around that. Salute to 4-Star Commander on YouTube, somebody who's actually doing a series based on that game right now. Y'all should go check that out when y'all get a chance if, you're into what this podcast is about. But this being the first episode, I don't even know where to start. That's the thing. It's kind of like getting back into wrestling, I guess, or getting into wrestling, I guess. For me, honestly, it's kind of like, where do I start? So this podcast, I'm sorry, I gotta fix my glasses. This podcast may seem just like ramblings, but thanks to the people who talk about this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, there will be content to talk about. So actually, we're gonna start off with something I've been meaning to talk about on this show. Salute to at Arena Football Coverage. I think there's a dot in there. But uniforms in general, but this post specifically, Arena Football coverage on IG. But this post specifically, I love uniforms. Like, I'm all about a good uniform. That's what usually draws me to a team. If they have a good uniform, if they have a good history and a great uniform, I'm going to have some kind of, respect, for the team, just because myself personally, as a creative, I'm a graphic designer. I make clothes. So, I love the colors. So here we're going to look, starting off with the Vegas Nighthawks. Now, I'll say this. Personally, I think that this is fine, but this is a very basic, uniform for a military. You would think that they would incorporate some camo or something, but this kind of looks like this looks like maybe it would be like an Army or a Navy college's uniform to me, besides the big old patch right there on the chest. But it's cool. I mean, it's not bad, And then we got the Green Bay Blizzard. One of the best stories this season. Salute to the Blizzard fan cast, because earlier this season they were like, it might be a tough season, but they actually, are making some noise, and I think they have the first seed in the IFL. But anyway, these military uniforms, now these aren't bad at all. I love when a team can do a good red, white, and blue color scheme. I would have loved if on the helmet the G and the B could have had the American flag also. But the digital camo with the American, I mean, it's nice, Like, it would be a jersey. It would be a nice jersey to see hung up in a bar or something. Or if you have it in your personal collection, it's a nice jersey to have, Now we're going to get to the Mass Pirates. Now, the Mass Pirates, I was kind of surprised that they could even go camo, really. I don't know what Adidas really offers, but it seems like when these teams go with a Nike or an Adidas or an Under Armour, well, not necessarily Under Armour, but it seems like when these teams go with like the bigger uniform brands, it seems like it's less variety, maybe to me. That's just me. But the Mass Pirates, it's not. I kind of think it sucks, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like the kind of bathing ape camo on the numbers and the one thing that kind of irks me, like if you're gonna spell pirates with the P with the sword, at least downsize the P so it doesn't look so wonky. Like this is a really wonky jersey. Like it's just camo on the numbers and the logo, and then the Adidas and the IFL. It's plain. It's really plain. And I think with this color scheme, Mass could really do a lot. But I think this is very, very plain. Uh, Definitely my least favorite so far. Oh, actually, I changed my mind. I might change my mind. I might change my mind because, boy, oh boy, these kind of stink. Wait, hold on. Let me get back to. I'm sorry to any I'm sorry to any Northern Arizona Wranglers fans, but these jerseys kind of stink. Like, I feel like if you're gonna do a military style jersey, you either gotta go camo or red, white, and blue. There's no in between. Like, I understand it's in their color scheme, but I feel like personally, you either have to go camo or red, white, and blue, not both. Or if you want to go red, white, and blue with a camo jersey, put the red, white, and blue on the helmet or the pants somewhere. I don't know. This looks like shit. Excuse my language, but I wish I could design. I wish I could design uniforms for these teams sometimes. Because if they did like a red, white, and blue digital camo, I'd be a huge fan. With that font, and the red outline, I guess. Next, next. Okay, here we have the Bay Area Panthers. Now this one, I'm conflicted. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's like the military uniform with the zipper. It's like Top Gun. I think. I think that's what it says. I think there's like Top Gun based uniforms from the movie. Like I've never seen Top Gun. I think it's about some guys flying or something in the military or something. It's cool. It kind of reminds me of what the Wheeling Miners did for their Star Wars uniforms, which might be the best uniform from an indoor or arena football team this season, where they had kind of had a stormtrooper uniform, if I can remember correctly. But this is cool. Um, maybe if they did gold or something, maybe if they incorporated their black and gold, it could have been better. But not bad, not bad. The Tulsa Oilers. This one, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. It kind of reminds me of Quad Cities when they had the John Deere uniforms, which I think were great. But that camo pattern is just not doing it for me. That camo pattern is just not doing it for me. Mm-mm-mm. Now, the Wheeling Miners, my personal favorite team, their military uniforms, I liked them. They were fine. I like their all gray coal miner uniforms the best. Those are sick. Those are crazy. But but if I'm not mistaken, they got these uniforms from the West Virginia National Guard. So salute to them for having, I guess, football uniforms laying around. I dug them. I dug them. I wish there was blue on them somewhere. But I didn't. I'm just realizing now that they have an all black helmet. That's interesting. And we're gonna do part two. Part two. Part two. Part two. The Carolina Cobras. I love these. Just because, like, the desert camo, I love desert camo. If you know anything about my music or my career, you know what I'm saying, creatively, I love desert camo. I love using desert camo. If it was a color, it would be my favorite color. If I could have a desert camo house, I would. um, the Harrisburg Stampede. One of the Harrisburg Stampede one of the I think their home jerseys are kind of plain. Their home and away sets are kind of plain, but these are nice. Whoever manufactured these, if they could get like a home and away set like this, but maybe not camo, that would be how that would be hard. That would be hard. I really this next coming season, since Harrisburg is in the NAL and they're gonna be a natural rival to Wheeling, I want to go out there and catch one of the games. I think they might play each other twice. So if I could get to both games, maybe if I could get to Wheeling one game and I could get to Harrisburg one game, I'd love that. But the Sioux City Bandits, from what I can see, I don't like these. The green with the it kind of reminds me of the San Antonio. Wait, no. That was Northern Arizona Wranglers that had that. I don't. Omaha Beef, they have the best one hands down. Period. When you can incorporate, this looks like This literally looks like it could be an alternate. This looks like it could be an alternate for them. Truthfully and honestly, like it's their color scheme. It's a nice camo. It goes perfectly with their helmet. Best uniforms in. They might have, honestly, the Beef might have the best uniforms in indoor or arena football. I hope they have an orange alternate. Do they have an orange alternate? If not, I wish they do. I wish they went all orange with the orange field. But those black jerseys are just like, man, I love football uniforms. Like I could talk about football and basketball uniforms all day and all night. So I'm having fun on this episode. Ooh wee. The Corpus Christi Tritons. Now I feel like they're gonna be a slept on program coming up. These unis right here, these first responder unis, I kind of like it. The font on them kind of looks like the Massachusetts Pirates font on their home and away, which I always like. I kind of dig the Louisville style skinny fonts on jerseys, if you know what I mean. And last but not least, the Columbus Lions with the Pepsi on the. Hey, I dig it. Anytime a sponsor looks cool on the jersey too, in indoor football or arena football, I feel like I can give them points for that too. You know? So we did best military uniforms. I think I'm going to go back and rank them real quick. I spoke about them all. Leaving a like. I spoke about them all. So I think that I'm going to hop in the notepad. This is so janky. Audio listeners, I'm sorry. But video listeners, this is going to be a great one. I'm going to hop in the notepad right here. And I think there was 10 each. 10 each on each slide. Okay. The worst. I'm stuttering. The worst tier. We're going to go Mass Pirates, Northern Arizona Wranglers, Tulsa Oilers, Sioux City Bandits. Those four had the worst. Everyone else was fine, truthfully and honestly. Now we can talk about a little bit of news here. Once again, shout out to Arena Football Coverage, the number one source in indoor and arena football. I feel, well, there's a lot of, I'm gonna have to edit this, but one of the best sources, honestly, if you're kind of a casual in indoor and arena football. Also want to give a shout out to Shady Sports Network. They do a great job. Around the indoor football world, I watch it every Saturday when I'm at work. You know, one of the inspirations for this show. But the AFL partners with DAZN. Now, DAZN is an app that shows live sporting events. I was gonna say they're a boxing app, but mostly I see DAZN only promoting fights. So to me, they're in a boxing app. But it's good that they're getting football. AFL football specifically. I'm glad that the AFL is actually picking itself up. I am I'm glad the AFL is actually picking itself up and becoming better. I came into this season ready to go. I was a Louisiana Voodoo fan. I was planning to, save up a little bread to fly down to Louisiana and catch a game. They played one game. It was awful. Everything went to shit. Fuck Lee Hutton. And if this podcast is explicit, I'm sorry, guys. I'm explicit in nature. I'm young too, guys. Shit is crazy. This is just this. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the Huttons kind of messed up the league for a long while. For a few weeks, it was going, but it was going, and the wheels were falling off. Jeff Fisher, came in. G6 came in. I think G6 should have been more involved from the jump. Me personally, but that's just me. Like, you're really gonna give away kind of control of this very historical company, this very historical brand, to a guy who's just a fucking lawyer and has no idea what he's doing, and has one guy who I don't even know how many people were on the original AFL 2024 staff that had any like front office staff that had any football experience, but it seemed like they were running around like chickens with their head cut off. No money, humble. What is humble? What the hell is humble? What the fuck is humble? What is humble and why? What is it? Like, is it a ticketing app? Is this some kind of crypto shit? Like this is just a rant, by the way. I'm sorry. I'll have it at the bottom of the screen. Like, this is a rant, but they did a lot of stuff to piss off the fans, to say the least. I even turned on them for a few weeks. They got me drawn back in with the playoffs, truthfully and honestly. I turned my back on the AFL for weeks because I'm like, you know what? The IFL, the Fisher's Fright, the Fisher's Freight are coming. And they're in Indianapolis, which is not that far from me. And the Wheeling Miners are in West Virginia, which is not that far from me. I'm in the middle of both. So I don't have to worry about the AFL. I was going to root for the Louisiana Voodoo, but it turns out, their season was, I hope Louisiana gets a team eventually. But ever since then, I've been riding with the Nashville Cats. Hopefully they can get a win this upcoming game. Coming on at 9 a.m. Central. 9 a.m. Central Standard Time is crazy. That's 10 a.m. Eastern for me. But hey, go Cats. Yeah. So like I was saying, them partnering with DAZN or DAAs, I don't know however you pronounce it, and CBS Sports was a big step up. If CBS Sports, if they could get like IFL regular season games too, like a couple of them, then they could have like this is a big marketing opportunity. Honestly, they could have like an indoor war Monday or indoor war Thursday. It's like AFL and IFL. Like, they could make this. They could do so much with that. But I think the IFL might be paying, or they both might be paying CBS Sports to broadcast these games. And the IFL, I think they need another streaming or a television platform since Caffeine is gone. So hopefully they can make something shake with that. But yeah, this is a nice move for the AFL. Along with them having their championship in a mall, I don't think that is a bad move. Me personally, I think it's a great opportunity to have people I think it's a great opportunity to have people, walk up. I think it'll be ticketed off or gated off somehow. The render that was shown, I'm going to see if Arena Football Coverage posted it. I don't know if they have. But this is basically what it looks like. The render they show with the hockey, not with the hockey, but with the regular field goal post. Also, shout out to AFL Forum. Here we go right here. This render isn't bad at all. Like, it's not bad at all. It actually looks pretty cool. I just wonder what they're going to do. Field logos wise. Playing the Arena Football Road to Glory game. There, the Arena Bowl field for 2007 or six was it? Was cool. Hopefully they have that logo on the field. Maybe. I just wonder how the nets are gonna work. Because with two scoreboard boards, scoreboard with two video boards right there, I really, really wonder how the net mechanism is going to work. That's just my biggest question. But it looks good. It looks good. Um, I just wish they had real proper seating. Truthfully and honestly, like they need better seating than this. They need way better seating than this. Like some kind of bleachers? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Huh, the AFL, it keeps you guessing. That's why I'm glad that my team, the Wheeling Miners, oh, I'm gonna have to blur all this out. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to blur all this out. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm just happy that my team, the Wheeling Miners, are joining the NAO. Along with oh shoot, I pulled that up. Along with the Columbus Lions, the Corpus Christi Tritons, and the Harrisburg Stampede. That has the NAO with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams, and they're vetting up to 7 more. So this is gonna be. I thought last season would be the most entertaining. Was the most entertaining off season in indoor football or arena football due to the fact that the AFL was coming back and it was kind of a shit show. But this is a good move for the NAO. I'm somebody I want to see the NAO thrive and survive. They've been around since 2016. They basically shedded all their old their the teams they had in the league last year basically all went their separate ways, and they gained the Sioux City Bandits and the Omaha Beef and the Colorado Spartans and the Omaha Horsemen. Some of the teams that didn't come back from or that were proposed or were supposed to join, I think, were the North Texas Bulls, the Oklahoma Flying Aces might be getting vetted right now, but they canceled their season in the middle of the season. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about the NAO, the future of the NAO. I think if they got to 16 teams or 14 maybe, 14, 2-team division, 8-game season or 10-game season maybe, and then the playoffs. That's just me. I don't know about the logistics or how much any of this stuff costs. But yeah, the NAL, hey, they're surviving. Before I get out of here on this episode, I think I'm going to keep these to about 20 minutes. But around 20 minutes or try to. But before I get out of here, I want to give a special thanks to anybody out there watching this. I want to give a special thanks to Off the Wall podcast. He does a great job. I want to give a shout out to Inside the Walls Network, everybody over there. I want to give a shout out to Big Boy Sports. I want to give a shout out to Shady Sports Network. I want to give a shout out to all the podcasts that inspired me. Random Acts of Podcast, Show Your Network, Show Your Work Network. Guessing from the Stands. I want to give a shout out to everybody. I'm forgetting somebody. Banks versus Davis, you know what I mean? That keep me going. That keep me always thinking like, damn, I just want to get on the mic and talk about some shit that I love, you know? This won't be the last time I'm doing this. Episode 2 will be out sometime after these AFL playoff games. I'll be talking about these AFL playoff games. I'm gonna try to catch some of them. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call myself Chloe the knowledgeable casual. You know what I mean? Because I'm still learning. I'm still learning about the game. And why is it called 27 yards? because the dimension of a field is 50 yards and not exactly 28 yards. It's 27 and some change, depending on how the borders are. I've been Chloe Hotline. Thank you for watching, and have a beautiful day.